Hey, good morning, everybody out there in YouTube land. Hey, today is supposed to be day 12 on the trainer truck. Woo. Excuse me. Just got done with breakfast. Hell of a breakfast. We'll get to that in just a minute about day 12 on the trainer truck. Stopped in here and just got me some breakfast here at the Flying J. I don't know what town this is. I always stop here. It's about not quite a half hour or so north of Winston-Salem. Getting ready to head north, man, on my way back up to Romeoville, Illinois. It's basically Chicago. But I always stop here. They've got a decent restaurant. But they got a pretty good little buffet of food at the counter. And I always like to have breakfast here. Got some good scrambled eggs, fluffed with a little cream and a little cheese. Focus, man, focus. And some tater tots, and then poured some sausage gravy over all of it. Oh, mercy. Yeah, Stacy in there, the little manager. She's cute as a button. I mean, just a little doll. I would definitely steal that one if I could. But she's a little doll. Anyway, Stacy was dishing up my food with me, and I said, yeah, give me some of those eggs and give me some of those tots. And, you know, she's doing it all separate, making me a pretty plate. And I said, now, don't make that all that pretty. Put all them tots across there, layer those eggs and cheese over the top of them, and we're going to do something really nasty. We're going to just pour some of that sausage gravy over all of it. And she goes, that ain't nasty. That's good eating right there. And she was right. It was good. But I'm on the Bang diet plan. Means I eat just enough that I'm satisfied, and Bang gets the rest. Although it's pretty good for me, keeping down my weight, but Bang is starting to have a real problem. You're getting fat, Fluffy. I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. The bangers. Okay, on about day 12. As you can see, I'm in the truck by myself. Back running solo. Ooh, woo, woe is me, right? Brian, everybody's going to want to know what happened to Brian. And I'm not going to go a whole lot into that. I don't believe in publicly berating people, so I'm not going to do that. Brian quit on day 12. Kind of hard to wrap my brain around that. You go through everything that it takes to get a CDL, get on with top company in the country that pays the most money, and do it for a week and a half and say, you know, trucking's not for me, and quit. Now, I took this a little hard because Brian was actually my 8th trainee that I've trained here at Magnum, or was going to be my 8th driver I trained. Every single trainee I've ever trained has become very successful as a solo driver. I'll also say this, that every trainee that I've trained, I've got a good, outstanding relationship with. They call me on a normal basis. So, not to ring my own bell, but I'm going to ring my own bell a little bit. I'm actually considered a good top trainer with the company. You get into my truck, you're going to become a solo driver. I'm going to do whatever it takes for you to be successful and achieve the task at hand. But you got to be willing to do the work. There is that. So we're not going to go a whole lot into it. Definitely give me a lot of subject matter for videos to come out in the future, but I don't want that to be tied to Brian in any way. I wish Brian absolutely the best of luck in his new adventures in life. But that's pretty much the end of that, folks. This is going to be a very short video. We're not going to go into it too long. But I am back driving solo. And, you know, that's how trucking is. Man, you just pick up and you go on. You carry on the load. Truck didn't miss a beat. The truck didn't miss a beat. Still made all my freight on time. Picked up a new load. I'm off and running. I just got a whole lot more time for myself and do what I want now. Truck didn't miss a beat. Got another trainee coming. I got just enough time, which reminds me I need to put in for my home time. Here at Magnum, you can go home anytime you want. And we don't do that 7 days out, earn 1 day off. We don't do none of that BS. You drive, you need some home time. We're not the one to tell you how long to take your home time. If you are going to take more than 2 weeks off, we ask you to leave your truck at a terminal, so at least the company might have use of it if they needed to. But as long as you're not going to take more than 2 weeks off, you can just take your truck home. So I think I'm going to take 4 days off. Now, I haven't been home since March. All right, and I said that to a friend of mine the other day. Joe Smith, shout out to Joe Smith. God love you, brother. Me and Joe, we rodeoed together back when we were in high school. Yeah, we used to kick a little hair, huh, brother? My God, there's amazing that me and you didn't end up in prison. And Joe, shout out to Joe. But he was out in California dropping a load, and he asked me where I was. I told him I was in North Carolina. And he said something about hurrying up and getting back home. And I said, hell, I ain't been home since March. And he goes, that ain't nobody's fault but your own, brother. He's right. I don't want to go home. I want to stay out. Like I've said, my kids are all grown. There's no wife. I even sold all my cows here recently, so I ain't even got a fuzzy critter one on the farm. Just me and the bangers. And the bangers is riding with, so there ain't no reason to go home. Although my baby girl did call me last night, and she goes, Daddy, are you coming through Oklahoma soon? And I said, well, darling, I really don't know. I said, why, are you missing your daddy? She goes, yeah, Daddy, I'm missing Daddy awful. I need some daddy time. And I said, okay. I said, how about me and you take a 4-day weekend and go see Grandma? And she goes, I think that'd be downright nice. So, as soon as I end this video, I'm going to put in my home time to not be home this weekend, but next weekend. I'm going to take a 4-day weekend, come off that weekend, scurry back up to, get back up to Fargo, North Dakota by the 25th of the month, and pick up my next trainee. Kind of hard to look at someday, but the world keeps turning even if you're on it or not. Anyway, that's the end of my video today. you'll definitely want to stay in tune for some of the subject matter that I cover over the next week or so. I'm going to talk about some eye-opening stuff, and I sure do appreciate all of y'all that come along for the ride. God love each and every one of you. Remember, you too can change the world. All you got to do is be nice to each other. Bye-bye.